Yo, what's going on everyone? In today's video, I will be showing you the top 10 best ways to make millions of dollars in GTA 5 Online as a solo player. Alright, so getting straight into it, coming in spot number 10, we have the nightclub, which is definitely one of the best businesses in GTA 5 Online, especially when it comes to making millions of dollars as a solo player completely AFK. The only downside to it, and the reason it's in spot number 10, is simply due to the fact that it's kind of a complicated business to understand since it's running with multiple different businesses that you also need to own. That's right, to make the most money with this business, you will need to own all of the technicians inside here to actually operate all of the other businesses that work together with the nightclub. Because that's how the nightclub works. You are pretty much making money AFK by hiring technicians to go source you goods for these other businesses working together with the nightclub. It sounds like a lot, but it's honestly not that hard at all, and once you set it up, there's literally nothing else you need to do to run this nightclub business. Take a look here. This is how long it takes each one of the different businesses working together with the nightclub to fill up all the way 100% full. So in total, to fill all of the businesses, it's going to take you around 67 hours. That's right, a pretty long time, but also consider there's literally nothing else you need to do to run this business and have it fill up with stock. All you need to do is be playing GTA 5 Online, and of course make sure your technicians are sourcing goods for the different businesses. So it's not good in terms of making money very quickly, but it's very good when it comes to making money in the long run whenever you are playing GTA 5 Online in the background. Because once it is ready to sell, you could then sell this in a public session with over 20 people in it, which is how you get the complete max sell bonus when selling your nightclub stock in a public session. And yes, I did say public session because you always want to be selling your nightclub stock in a public session since the sell missions are literally so simple. And once you do sell your completely full nightclub stock in a public session with over 20 people in it, here's how much money you'll get paid every single time: $2.7 million, which is pretty good money. But now getting into spot number 9, we have the hangar, which is definitely one of my favorite businesses in GTA 5 Online when it comes to making millions as a solo player. It's also one of the easiest to understand because all we are doing is sourcing the same type of crate every single time, which I recommend the narcotics crates. Which these resupply missions are also very easy, another reason why I love running the hangar business. But anyway, once you do fill up your completely full narcotics crates, 50 out of 50, you can then sell it. Which, pretty similar to the nightclub, I would also recommend selling your hangar stock in a public session with over 20 people in it, but that's also completely up to you. Because you could easily sell these 50 out of 50 narcotics crates in a invite only session and just walk away with $2.8 million no problems. But if you are like me and you like taking a slight risk, I would recommend just doing it in a public session since the sell missions are usually super simple and fast to complete. And if you do manage to sell your completely full hangar in a public session with over 20 people in it, as I just did here, this is how much money you'll get paid by the very end. As you could see, $4.1 million, which is pretty insane. That's why I said, if you are willing to take that risk, I would recommend just trying to sell this hangar in a public session every time you decide to sell your full stock. Getting into spot number 8 now, we have the garments factory, which is actually a pretty underrated business in GTA 5 Online because this business is one that can make you hundreds of thousands of dollars whenever you want to. This business also comes with some pretty cool perks upon purchase, like a free personal quarters, a passive income safe, a few different locations you can fast travel to, plus a free weapon workshop. There's also an area to store your terabyte, which is pretty cool because you have access to your master control terminal inside here. But the main way to make money with this business is definitely doing the FIB files, which is by simply going over to this computer inside the business and then logging into it. From here, you'll see all of the different files we can complete, which each one of these pay you $155,000, except the priority file. That one pays you double the amount of money, which is $300,000, but that one can only be done once per week. But don't worry, because for all of the other regular files, you can do those every 5 minutes. And these files are so simple. I have a video going over how to do all of them, and if you want to see that video, I'll leave it linked down below in the description, or you could click the video that you see on the top right corner of your screen right now. But basically all you are doing is 3 simple setups and then the finale, which takes around 20 minutes in total. Then you'll get paid that fat amount of money by the end. Alright, but getting into spot number 7 though, we have the mansions, which hear me out. I know this isn't really a business, but there's actually a business feature inside this property. What I'm talking about is the mansion business production boost, which of course the only way to have this option is by owning the mansion. That's why I put the mansion on this list. If you don't know what the business production boost option is, basically it gives you an option to boost any one of these 7 different businesses that you own already in GTA 5 Online, and once you boost it, it'll give it a 3 times speed production boost, which is pretty insane. That's equivalent to a 66% business production boost for any one of these 7 different businesses, and get this, it lasts for over 24 hours. That's right, so if you were to boost the correct businesses with this option, you'll actually make a lot of money, which I would recommend the Acid Lab and also the bunker. I did already make a full money guide on this strategy because running these 2 businesses with the business production boost option will actually make you quite a bit of money every single day. On average, if you are just boosting the bunker and also the Acid Lab, you'll make around $500,000 per hour. So yeah, I'd say the only downside to this money method is of course having to own that expensive mansion property, plus you also have to own the bunker and the Acid Lab or whatever other business you are looking to business production boost. So I wouldn't say this is great for beginners, but if you are an experienced player in GTA 5 Online, this is probably one of my favorite ways to earn money in the game by basically doing nothing. For spot number 6 now, we have the brand new No Way Out missions, which is pretty similar to the CLUCKIN Farm raid or the Titan job heist, pretty much like a mini heist in GTA 5 Online. My favorite part about these missions is literally anyone can start them by literally opening up the pause menu and heading over to the A logo on the map, which is Avi Schwartzman. Once at that location, you'll be able to start the first mission, and after you start the first mission, you'll need to complete 3 more missions after, so 4 total setup missions. And honestly, when it comes to actually playing these missions, they are pretty fun, of course, since they are relatively new to the game. But who knows, maybe down the line, or if you do this a whole bunch of times, they will get pretty boring. But on my first few runs doing this entire No Way Out mission, it was pretty fun. Like I said though, once you complete all 4 of those setup missions, you'll then have the finale mission by the very end, which once you complete that finale, here is how much money you'll get paid. Which, keep in mind, I'd say on average to complete all of the No Way Out missions should take you around 60 minutes or less. But once you do complete it, here's how much money you'll get paid, a total of just over $500,000, but if you were to complete the Elite Challenge, you'll get paid $600,000 instead. Which, getting the Elite Challenge is pretty simple. I just failed one thing, which is not completing it in time, but all you have to do is complete the heist in under 10 minutes, not die, and also get 35 headshots. But now getting into spot number 5, we have the CLUCKIN Farm raid heist. Now the best part about this heist is literally anyone can start it no matter what level or experience you are. Which pretty much makes it the only heist in GTA 5 Online like that, since for every other heist you would need to purchase a property to start them. But starting this heist is as simple as going over to the V on the map and going on top of it to click right D-pad on top of the yellow circle. Then you will see you have to complete 5 simple setups first, which shouldn't take you more than 30 minutes to complete, and after you will then have the finale. And depending on the way that you did that last setup will determine which way you'll have to do the finale, because there is 2 different ways to do the finale, either sneaky or aggressive. And I do have guides for both of these different approaches that I will leave linked down below in the description, but my favorite way is definitely aggressive, since you will have a more exciting time breaking into this place. But like I said, it is completely up to you. Just know after you complete that entire finale, either way, you'll make a total of $500,000, which is very good, but the only downside is the cooldown timer. That is because the cooldown timer before you can start this heist again is going to be 1 hour. That is the only downside to doing the CLUCKIN Farm raid. But now getting into spot number 4, we have the Mackenzie Field Hangar, which is one of the relatively new businesses in GTA 5 Online, but more specifically, we are going to be going over the heist inside there, which is none other than the Titan job heist. To start this heist, of course, you would need to enter inside the Mackenzie Field Hangar, and once inside, go up to this laptop. Once you click right D-pad, you'll see similar to the CLUCKIN Farm raid heist, this is basically the same exact setup. We'll have to do 5 setups first, and after we will have the finale. But of course, the only difference with this heist is you do need to purchase this property in order to start it. But also like the CLUCKIN farm raid heist, these 5 setups are really easy, and if anything they are easier than the CLUCKIN farm raid ones, so they should take you under 30 minutes to complete 100%. If anything though, the finale is definitely the hardest part about the entire Titan job heist. It is probably one of the most annoying missions, I'm not going to lie, because of all of the shooting you will have to do inside the mogul. But even this finale is not that hard. I recommend just fully focusing on shooting the Titan until the health goes all the way down. Trust me, don't even worry about anything that is attacking you while you are inside the mogul. Anyway though, you definitely want to make sure that you did all of the setups and even the finale on hard, because by doing this entire finale and also the setups on hard will get you $750,000 at the end once you complete the finale. But it is really important that you make sure you set the difficulty set to hard for all of the setups and even the finale, because if you did or forgot, you'll get paid $500,000 at the end instead. But sadly, also like the CLUCKIN farm raid heist, this Titan job heist also has a 1 hour cooldown timer, so you will have to wait 1 hour before starting this heist over again. Alright, so getting into spot number 3 now, we have the acid lab, which might be one of my favorite ways to always be making money in the background while playing GTA 5 online. And buying this business is really easy. You could basically buy it for almost completely free if you watch my guide on me showing you how to unlock the acid lab. Running this acid lab is pretty simple. You pretty much just need to make sure that the supplies inside here are all the way full all the time, and the way I recommend doing this is by buying them. Which there's 2 different ways to buy supplies. The first way is by simply walking inside the business and walking up to MUT to then click right D-pad and clicking where it says buy supplies. Usually this costs $60,000 for a full set of supplies. The other way, and my personal favorite way, is by calling him on the phone. You could see if you go on the phone, go over to your contacts and call MUT, you'll have the same option to buy supplies, but of course from the phone, from wherever you want to. You could also see the current value of your business or the product inside the business to see whenever it is ready to sell from the phone as well. Which is what makes it one of my favorite businesses, because this business can basically be completely ran through the phone and also AFK. Now once your supply level is completely full inside the business, you could basically do whatever you want to in GTA 5 Online. You just basically have to make sure that you are on GTA 5 Online, that way your business is filling up in the background. Then once the business is ready to sell, I always recommend doing these acid lab sell missions in a public session, because these sell missions are really easy and also short, which I recommend just doing in a public session for that really good public session sell bonus. You'll see once you actually sold it and got paid that money, instead of the original $300,000 you were supposed to get paid, you'll get paid $530,000 instead after you sold it. So yeah, this business is definitely one of the best, and especially a good one to always be running in the background while you are playing GTA 5 Online. Okay, but getting into spot number 2 now, we have the Dr. Dre contract, which is a great way to make over $1 million in GTA 5 Online. So to start the Dr. Dre contract, you of course need to own the agency, and once you own one, you need to enter inside, go upstairs to your office, and sit down here at the desk to log in. Once logged in, you want to click here where it says VIP contract, and you'll now need to complete 9 setups first, and after you'll then have the finale, which I know does sound like a lot, but trust me, with all of my strats, you'll be flying past these setups with no problems. Because in my guide, I basically show you all of the shortcuts and fastest ways to do the setups and even the finale for the Dr. Dre contract that should make you complete it in under 1 hour. But of course, everyone is different. If you are a beginner, this heist might be really hard for you, but if you are an experienced player, it will be really easy. If anything though, the finale is definitely the easiest part about the entire heist though, so definitely don't worry about the finale. But once you do complete it, here's how much money you'll get paid once you dropped off Dr. Dre over at his destination. You could see $1 million. Which this is honestly very good money, but once again, the only downside to doing this is you will need to wait 1 hour for the cooldown timer to start this heist over again. And finally, drumroll please, getting into spot number 1, you guessed it, we have the fan favorite CAYO PERICO heist, which is hands down the quickest way to make over $1 million in GTA 5 Online. Now to start this heist, I'm pretty sure you all know that you need to own the Kosatka submarine, and once you own one, you will need to enter inside and walk up to this touchscreen to click right D-pad and pay the $100,000 for the setup cost. Once you pay that setup cost money, you'll then have to complete 5 simple setups, which should take you under 30 minutes to complete, and after you will then have the finale. Now, unlike the Dr. Dre contract, or matter of fact any heist in GTA 5 Online, the CAYO PERICO heist entirely, the setups and even the finale, is all really easy and straightforward to do. Like, I'm pretty sure people can vouch for me down below in the comment section, but pretty much every time I do the CAYO PERICO heist, I'm completing it in under 50 minutes each time. I'm not gonna lie though, the amount of money that you get paid at the end for the finale really does vary because it depends what you got for your primary target, and the primary target changes every time you do the heist. Which, that amount of money in under 50 minutes is honestly really good, but here is the really bad news, because the cooldown timer before you can start this heist over again is, get this, 2 hours and 24 minutes. Yes, a total of 144 minutes that you would have to wait if you completed this heist as a solo player. But get this, if you complete the CAYO PERICO heist with other players, the cooldown timer is only 48 minutes. And I know, me as a solo player, I'm definitely a big hater on this. I don't know why Rockstar did this. There's only 2 different explanations. They either did this because they don't want solo players to be doing this every hour because it is too OP, or they are trying to make us play with more players in GTA 5 Online to make this a more player-based experience when playing the game. Either way though, I think 144 minutes is absolutely insane to wait to start this heist over again, but either way, the amount of money that you get paid is still pretty good. Anyway, that is now going to be the end of today's video. You now know the top 10 best ways to make millions of dollars in GTA 5 Online as a solo player. If any of the businesses I went over in this top 10 caught your eye in particular, then I would recommend watching my specific guide I have on that business that I will leave all linked down below in the description. But with all that being said, if you went on to enjoy my video and you still haven't already, please do me a favor by going down below and dropping a like on it before you click off. And if you aren't, make sure you also hit that subscribe button. But with all that being said, until next time, I will see you all in my very next GTA 5 Online video. Peace.